Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review the beautiful episode 6 of Gangsta. You know what I did as the episode was closing? I started tearing up, not crying, but tears were forming in my eyes because of how beautiful the soundtrack was. The soundtrack was just so beautiful, I came to tears, man. It wasn't one of those action episodes, and you see, I love Gangsta so much. Like, thus far, you can no longer compare it to Black Lagoon. You just can't. They are two separate shows. If you're gonna watch Black Lagoon, then you're there for the action. If you're gonna watch Gangsta, then you're here to see their take on the underworld, you know, the mafia type world, that kind of stuff. This episode was executed so well. This is now my favorite episode, and there was no action, no upbeat music, nothing like that. It was just beautiful in its own way, and I love it. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10 I'm giving this. I'm giving this an 11 out of 10. Great, great. So let's get down to what this episode was about. So what I mean how this episode was executed beautifully was because we went from back and forth to how Woodik and Nick are now to back over in the past. And like I said, it's done so well. So well, man. Man. I'm gonna tear up again because that soundtrack was so beautiful. Oh, man. So we found out that Woodik's dad was a drunkard, and so he scared the absolute crap out of him. Oh my gosh, Woodik. My baby Woodik. Oh. Okay, and then with Nick, we found out that his mother was a hoe, and she was killed. And so Nick, he is, you know, still a bodyguard and stuff for Woodik and stuff. And you see their, like, relationship. They're somewhat bonding over bruises, really. So that's very interesting, and you have to where Woodik is memorizing sign language, and we also got to see Nick with the drugs from today and back then. You see, with the drugs back then, he was actually taking one at a time, once a day or something like that, you know? And sometimes he actually did end up passing out, okay? And they kept on giving him these shots and stuff over here. It's like, ooh, okay. And Nick, he was actually really, really fast. So fast. When there was like an intruder and stuff over at the Archangelo mansion, he just jumped out the window, and then the next second you know, that dude was dead. Dead! It's like, wow. And so today we find out that with Nick, with the drugs today with him, is that he actually, with the downers, they were 3 times the amount of the legal amount of downers she's supposed to get. So, like, wow, Gina, oh boy, this woman knows her stuff, okay? I want to see her again. I want to see her again, okay? And so, Alex. Oh, Alex. Oh. You see that scene with Alex and Woodik was when I started tearing up there, okay? Sure, she kissed my baby boy, but I understand. Turns out she was actually also on drugs because of her pimp and stuff. So they gave her these drugs and stuff. Apparently this is typical to make her more submissive and stuff like that. So these were heavily affecting her, okay? And then she got so scared. She attacked Theo, and oh man. Gangsta, you can be so interesting and so meaningful without any action. It is fantastic. I love Gangsta so much. So much. If any of you guys were bored throughout this episode, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Sorry for this door keeps on creaking. This is annoying me, man. Alrighty, so that's all I have to say with this episode. Oh, no, wait. Veronica. We got to see more about Veronica, and I don't know if she was deaf as well as Nick, but they clearly had a close bond. They really did. I'm pretty sure they were lovers at some point. She also had a bunch of scratch and stuff around her arm too. And then we see her arm is detached from her body. It's like, oh God, what happened to her? Did he end up attacking her one day? Like, yo, Veronica. I wonder if she was deaf or if she just knew sign language. But yeah, this is very interesting. Executed beautifully. Soundtrack, oh, so good. 11 out of 10. I love Gangsta. Alrighties. So catch me tomorrow as I upload a new top 10 video and as I review a Kagami no Shirayuki Hime. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.